Brittny Pilkington of Bellefontaine could face the death penalty if she's convicted of murdering her 3 young sons. But how does her case stack up against other capital cases in the state involving women? Kelly May is live now to explain. Kelly.
Well, Deb, there's a lot of factors that go into affecting whether or not Brittny Pilkington will get the death penalty. But we know that in Ohio, capital cases are so rare. Right now, there's only one woman on death row, and she's not there for killing a child.
She was a middle-aged, short lady who'd been used to a very pampered and privileged lifestyle.
That's what the state said about why Donna Marie Roberts of Youngstown hired a hitman to kill her husband to collect on insurance money.
She never said to the court, "Don't sentence me to death."
But they did in 2003. She's been on death row ever since.
Are you more responsible if you hire it done or if you do it yourself might be the question there.
Criminal justice expert Jefferson Ingram studies the death penalty at the University of Dayton. His theory, it's planning that makes cases more likely to be death penalty eligible.
A woman who would hire a hitman to take out her husband has clearly done that. She's planned it out ahead of time. But in the cases of suffocation, it's not an instant death. There is planning and ongoing planning while that's going forth. So it's difficult to say which one is worse.
Life imprisonment without the possibility of parole.
Then there's China Arnold, charged with microwaving her baby to death in Dayton in 2005. She faced, but escaped the death penalty, maintained her innocence, and showed her grief. Ingram thinks that helped her case.
He's not guilty.
The same way he thinks it could hurt Brittny Pilkington, who's reportedly shown no emotion, charged with suffocating her 3 sons to death.
It doesn't have the demeanor of somebody who has some remorse. That may help get the death penalty too.
Now tonight, Donna Roberts remains on death row in Marysville with no scheduled date to be put to death. Meanwhile, Brittny Pilkington's case moves to preliminary hearings. Of course, we'll be there to cover it for you. For now, live in Courthouse Square, Kelly May, Fox45Now.com.
All right, Kelly, thank you. And the most recent stats show 57 women are currently on death row here in the U.S. compared to nearly 3,000 men. Since 1976, 15 women have been executed.
This case gets you thinking about other mothers accused of murdering their children, like Susan Smith. In 1994, this South Carolina mother tearfully claimed to have been carjacked. Then she admitted rolling her car into a lake, drowning her 2 small sons. Smith's defense, a history of mental problems and sexual abuse. She'll be eligible for parole after serving 30 years. And you remember Andrea Yates? In 2001, that Texas mother confessed to drowning her 5 children in their bathtub. Defense experts cited postpartum psychosis. An appeals court overturned her murder conviction, and on retrial, a jury found Yates not guilty by reason of insanity. Tonight, she remains in a state mental hospital.